Greetings to my warriors, to my subscribers, to my TGs, to my family, and my friends. What's poppin'? Happy pink full moon in Libra. What energy are you feeling? How are you feeling? Welcome to the channel. I want to say thank you so much to my subscribers for rocking with the kid. I'm speaking from the heart. I greatly appreciate it. You're a part of my goals and my dreams, Ashe. So that is always positive energy. Thank you so much. For those that are new here, my energy is all about you, as in me and as in you. When you come into Robin Seaborn, Amethyst and Clover, your voodoo witch, your oracle, your sister, however you rock with the kid, your frenemy, your enemy, baby, look, I takes all energies. Ashe, I speak energy. I understand energy very well. I communicate with energy very well. That's how I rock. I.e. boo. So however it is that you rock, peace. Those are the boundaries. Ashe. I tend to take a deep look into the shadows. Your shadow worker, your shadow weaver, your root worker, meaning I like to get to the root of the energy. I am forever studying my herbs, my oils, the energies and the properties and the compatibilities. Ashe, and the, counteractive energies. I like energy. That's what it is for the kid. And I love to use tarot, oracle, numbers, colors, signs, symbols, synchronicities, movies, books, music. I love all that. I like to be near the water. Ashe, I love to journal. This is how I really get to get together with me. It's like getting together with a dear friend. Reading a letter that was written by a dear friend, and it's just me and my thoughts. My journals are also markers that I don't have to try to remember. I recorded it, I wrote it down. Come through. Ashe. So that's how I talk. That's the energy that I speak. With me, you're really gonna have to rock. I speak with spirit. I speak through spirit, so it's whatever that needs to be said. I'm going to say it. And sometimes my delivery is, from what I'm hearing, to the point. I've always heard it my whole life. It's to the point. It can be sharp. People have issues with my tone and my vibration and the fact that I exist. Oh, wow. I don't know what to tell you. But that is the energy of me. I come from a place of love. I come from a place of peace. I come from a place of righteousness. If ever there's a vibe that I possess that you don't rock with, it is your divine right. You know what I'm saying? But for those that do rock, and I appreciate and I love, because you know that this is for you. This is not about me. This is for you. You're coming to, see if there's anything that you can put into your knapsack, take to your altar, try in a potion or lotion, or in life. Ashe. Just another side to consider before you even make any type of moves, That's what Amethyst and Clover is all about. Not here to tell you what to do or how to do it, but just how to try to see things from a different point of view, from a different perspective. Ashe. And a lot of times the perspectives that is coming to my table is in regards to what's in the shadows of you. Ayi bobo, Ashe yo. So we love it. And I know I'm switching gears. We'll definitely take that. 5 energy is coming through. No point in crying over spilled milk. A lot of things have changed. Okay. Yeah, that's what's happening here. There's a lot of cup energy that is taking place. We got the 5 of Cups. We got Temperance in her cups. And then we have the 8 of Cups. Temperance, Sagittarius energy, but it's also about the balancing of it all. Ashe, doing things in moderation, taking your time. So the energy that came through was, that hardship that is taking place is over. It happened, now it's time to come up with a plan to really see what your options truly are. What resources do you have? What do you have? Before you ever step outside your house, before you ever make a phone call, before you ever, feel desperate and totally brokenhearted, asked out, what do you still have? I see you still sitting there. You have you. And once you start to take a look around, you'll see that this rebirth was for the greatest and the highest good. This is that point where when you committed yourself to your path, whatever it was, when you committed yourself to your goal, whatever it was, I told you that was the change. Your whole narrative changed. You sent that energy out into the ethers, into the universe, to God. How it is you rock with source, the divine, to your ancestors, to your Lawaj, your Odisha, your spirit guides, your spirit animals, Ashe. Whether you realize it or not, to your family on this realm, your friends, your frenemies, your enemies, baby, you sent that energy out there. And what are you doing with it? Yeah, you took some hits, but you still gained, you still can rebuild. You can still heal, mend, and move on. Because you gave a big part of yourself. You gave a lot of yourself. But you kept something for yourself as well. So all is not lost. Ashe, Ashe. People want your whole everything. And let that come through as a message. There could be some energies of someone just trying to cipher your energy. Just trying to drain you dry. You always have to keep something for you. That's that self-care, self-love. The way that I rock as a person is just me. How I rock as a person. I can give you my all every day. My time, my love, my energy. But me, I'm going to have 1%. I feel as though that is a great margin to have. You get 99, I'll get 1%. The longer we're together, whether it's a friendship, a romantic, relationship, a marriage, you'll get more and more percentage out of me. But that 1%, that's solely for me. And that 1%, I know people like showing 1% of herself. If you're looking at it on a grander scale, like if you're 1% of $1 trillion company, you're like a billionaire. Damn near, Ashe. Don't quote me on them numbers. They're like, bitch. Seriously, though, there's a lot to explore. And you're willing to do that. You're willing to do that. That's what I'm saying. This is a reminder that you've already made the decision, even if you haven't acknowledged it to yourself. You ever see that movie? Oh my gosh, what was the name of that movie? Was it Push? I think it was Push with Dakota Fanning. And the one girl could determine your moves because she could see what you saw. So Dakota covered her eyes and she spun around and she called herself just choosing randomly a decision. No decision is a decision. Let's be clear. So you just may not have acknowledged it to yourself. You may have just started moving. And this is where Libra, full moon, is coming through to tell you to be aware. You have to be aware of yourself. Like I said, the spiritual journey is about you. This is how you learn to be aware about yourself. You're doing things intentionally. This is why when you get into religions within the spiritual practices, Ashe, it teaches you discipline and it teaches you rituals, a pattern to get into it, Ashe. But having the freedom to expand and explore how you see fit, because this is a spiritual journey, i.e. Bobo. So temperance is coming through as that fire energy of spring, Ashe, like I said, Sagittarius, and telling you to be mindful, have fun, explore, but do things in moderation. Don't get so, take this to your altar, them words is harsh, them don'ts, baby, listen. But try not to get so engrossed, engulfed, that you lose sense of everything else. That's like the opposite of aware. Actually, meaning, yes, get excited, get fascinated, but don't pigeonhole yourself. Whoever that was for. Don't be, I've been seeing a lot of pigeons too. And it was funny because I was saying how I hadn't seen pigeons, but then once I said that, then I started seeing a lot of pigeons, you know. So manifesting energy is around. Like when you're on your journey, what you align yourself to, that's what you'll start to see. So when you're being asked spiritually, can you see it? You want to be a millionaire. What does that look like for you? How do you get that? What steps? But what is the end game? Can you see it? If not, why not? What does that look like for you? Ashe, ashe. But on this journey, there will be collaborations. Your tribe will be there for you. When you awaken, you're aligning yourself to mind, body, and spirit. Ashe, ashe. One more wants to come through. Bring it. We have 25. Remember your innocence. So that could be your inner child coming through. Like I said, remember to have fun. This is a new journey. Maybe you were once so rooted and just confined and restricted. And I just feel like you're just breaking out of your shell. Like you couldn't wait for this moment. Proceed with caution there. Remember your innocence though. Like when we were innocent, when we were young, because that's when, like, innocent, your young heart. Listen to your heart. What is the rhythm and the beat of your heart? I just saw Twilight because your heart has changed, you know. Remember your innocence. Some of us have become cold and jaded and scarred and dismal, you know. And you're looking for anything to give you that confirmation or that check mark that, yeah, it's time to heal. Baby, yeah, it's time to heal. And a part of this beautiful journey of healing is remembering what it was like to be a kid. You know, if you did not have the best of childhoods, then remember the thoughts that you thought at that time when you were a kid, that you wish that you could have these type energies and moments and feelings and interactions with people as a kid. Because that's what we did as kids. Don't just focus on the fact that you didn't have the best childhood. Remember how you would fantasize. That was daydreaming. That's meditation. Sitting still. Just thinking. Fantasizing. Ashe. Becoming fascinated with the pictorial energy in your mind of how things were going to take place. How, you know, in a perfect world, if you had your way, your wish, if your wish came true, what would that look like? Baby, listen, that's those shadows. So when they're speaking of inner child, and some people did not have the best of childhoods, that's what they're speaking of. Don't be so quick to discard and discredit. Remember, at this table, we're entertaining all possibilities. We're trying to see as many possibilities as we can, because we know somewhere in there is that nutrient element that we need to continue growing, to continue to get our dreams to go, and our love to grow, our wallets to grow. Whatever that looks like, baby. Yes. Remember your innocence. And that's that white of the pink of Venus that's coming through. Like I said, red and white, the power, the action. That to me is the masculine energy. And then the purity, the white, the soft, the honest, the true. Not saying that men are liars, baby. I'm just saying what it says, baby. I'm just saying what as it comes. I'm just saying, Ashe. But you know, the yin and the yang, Ashe, coming together and finding that harmonious balance. See a lot of butterflies, and butterflies have definitely been around. So butterflies have been around, dragonflies are around, and it is that energy is getting warm where I am, and it's getting a little warmer consistently, consecutively. Ashe, Ashe. This still April, so I don't count nothing out. But you know, you'll start to get out in nature. Some of you may be feeling though that it's been a burden. That cycle is energy is changing, is ending. That's what the awakening is all about. That's what the change is all about. You have decided that this is the last time that you're going to go through this. You have decided that this is the end of the road. Boys and men, as we go, baby. See? Oh, and then it's coupled right there. Strength. And the Six of Swords. Yeah, you're moving. That's the Chariot, baby. The Chariot. I just saw the big cat. Instantly thought of the lion, and here it is, a whole tiger. Here it is, a whole tiger. Yeah, so, oh, and there's that Taurus energy. The Hierophant. Doing things in moderation. Seeking counsel. Be in peace. They both have, you know, that gesture going on. Be in peace. Finding that balance. Allowing people to go about their business, about their day. You want to peace, baby, peace, you know. But you're awakening into your own power, your own strength. And look, them ancestors, baby, them stars, them ancestors, your spirit guides, your tribe, they are walking with you. This could be a energy of, and that's Cancer energy, water energy, of giving yourself that moment of nurturing this new energy that you're cultivating. You birthed it, and now you have to keep it going, keep it alive. What does it require? Ashe. This is in regards to getting to know it. When I got on my path, and I've been on my path for a very long time because I felt like a outsider. I felt like I didn't fit anywhere, and I didn't even know why energies was matching with me and then reacting and responding to me in certain ways. And I came across astrology, and that just totally changed the game for me. Totally. You know, I wasn't even a full teenager yet. My sister would get magazines, you know, the Cosmos, the Vogues, and in the back of those, there would be astrology. And I never really paid too much attention to the astrological side of it. I just saw that, you know, this date to this date was my birthday. And that's what it was. And then when I found out that astrology talks about you, as in me, when I found out it was talking about me, I took a great interest in that. And that was my journey. I felt like me learning about my birthday, my sign, it really did give me an understanding of who I was, my place in the world, why I'm here. And I explored that. Then I learned about Aquarius, you know, and still not diving too deep, not even deep into that, because then, you know, you get into the planetary systems and you start getting into those type things. But all of that is like a string of pearls, or like your 108, you know, get a worry stone for some. But anyway, it's like that. It's like going down the rabbit hole, but knowing there's light at the end of the tunnel. Not hoping that there's light at the end of the tunnel. Not wishing that there will be light at the end of the tunnel, but knowing that there's light at the end of the tunnel. This is not a a dead end tunnel. You understand? There is light at the end of this tunnel, but you have to be brave enough and know that you're powerful enough, because this is your path. You aligned yourself to it. So you saw it through. And this is why we're always thinking of seeing things from all angles. And sometimes those dark, ugly shadows, because shadows sometimes can appear larger than what they really are. In most cases, I think they always do. Ashe. So yeah, it's really just knowing that what you want is on the other side. Are you willing to go through it? And you don't have to force it. You don't have to rush it. Seek guidance along the way. Consult with your spirit. Consult with yourself. How do you feel about it? What does it look like? What colors have I been seeing lately? What do those colors mean? Really get into it. Chop it up. Buy some books. Read. Jot down. I'm trying to tell you, a lot of the information that I share with y'all are not things that I learned from a book. That's why I rocks with speaking with spirit. And I think that was the gratitude for the ancestors prayer. Don't quote me on that, but I'll read it tomorrow. I'll read it tomorrow. But yeah, it really talks about learning things that can never be taught from a book. This is a part of the knowing. I feel really strongly that this is the energy that we're in. This is in the knowing. I was talking to my twin today, and I was like, yo, this is that time where the train is leaving, where we were talking about making sure that you have your ticket and don't get out of your seat for nothing because the train was about to leave. The train is leaving. And I heard a good brother say pretty much word for word the same thing that my twin was saying. And I'm like, yo, that's the message. Like, seriously, that's the message. Like, the train is leaving. And if you haven't chosen if you haven't chosen a side, and people that know me in real time, in real life, they can tell you, I've been saying this since a teenager, that spiritual warfare was going to come, and you were going to need to make sure that you were on the right side of it. And the right side is on the right side of you. Choosing you. That's the right side of you. You understand what I'm saying? If you rock in with your spirit and you rock in with your tribe, that's the right side of you. If you're still doing things, to keeping up with the Joneses and going along to get along and just out here using people, I'm sorry, I'm saying it. Not sorry, I'm speaking from my heart. That's how I feel. If you out here using people, if you out here still talking ill about people and trying to get people to hate them because you hate them, because you really hate yourself, you're on the wrong side. Ashe. Take that to your altar. Aye, boo boo. There's nothing good can come from that. You're creating your own ditch. You're making it a dead end. And then people wonder why the shit don't work for me. Baby, listen, you do a lot of things. Self-sabotage really is a real thing. Just know that the energies of hardships and strife, if you choose it to be over, it is over. If you choose to be strong enough and brave enough and really step into your power, look at this. She's like really pulling it. And when I say that you're no longer going to have to do it alone, baby, you're no longer going to have to do it alone. You're no longer going to have to do it alone. You're leaving all of that behind. You're counting your blessings and cutting your losses. That's what you're doing with all these knives. You're counting your blessings and you're cutting your losses. And then you see the journey here. Walking away. Not knowing what's on the other side. But knowing that it has to be better than that. You're going through the darkness. It has to be better than that. You're going into the light. It has to be better than that. Has to be. And we have that energy of you are smart. And it's finding the balance of the moderation of your heart and your mind. Knight of Swords. We got a lot of water energy out here, heart energy, and we have a lot of sword energy out here. Air energy, So that is this full moon's message. It's telling you, count your blessings. Count your blessings and cut your losses. You, count your blessings and cut your losses. And look, he has on a red tie. What colors have you been seeing? There's red here. We're in spring. Spring does represent fire. There's red here. We got them wands out, baby. Huh? Trusting your gut and your heart. There's been a lot of talk, especially from me, but I feel like as a collective of your oracles, as your readers, as your diviners, Ashe, there's been, and cartomancers, come on through, I hear you. There's been a lot of energy of that. And that has to be blended, balanced, and harmonious with your heart, your feelings, your desires. So if you've been seeing a lot of greens, there are a lot of greens out here as well. Root chakra, heart chakra, Ashe, and that's Pisces energy right there. This says go beyond limits. We got sea turtles. This is deep water. Scorpio, it always pokes through early. You know, I love it. It always gives me a heads up. That deep water, deep feelings, deep emotions. There could be breakups going on here. I'm leaving it all. I am over it. I'm out. Oh, and there it is. I didn't even see. But yeah, there it is. Transformations and changes. Like I said, the butterflies coming out of the cocoon. You are awakening something. You have made a decision to not go through something anymore. You're walking away from it all. And it could have been a beautiful thing. Like somebody would love to be in your position. And you're just going to walk away. You're just going to throw it all away. When you choose your spiritual journey, a lot of the materialistic things, they do leave first. And then people wonder, well, how did they get it? Like, I thought they was on a spiritual path. We want things. Ring the bell. What y'all think is happening here? I'm sorry, not sorry. But what do you think is happening here? Just because we're on our spiritual path, that does not mean that we don't want things. We don't desire things. We want things to show for our hard work too. We're having this human experience just like everybody else. We're just not willing to lie about how to go about getting it. You know what I'm saying? Like we're willing to put in the work, whatever that looks like for us. The same way, whatever it looks like for you, that's the same way it looks like for us. Be peace. Take that to your altar. If you're a very judgmental person, a cynical person, because the energies of Libra and Taurus can be. The energy that I mean, like Oshun, it's like, you know, this is why I just rather just kill him with love. Kill him nonetheless, but with love, baby. Don't sleep on these energies of you. This is a very, what I consider to be a murky and yet clear time. It all depends on how you view it. Sometimes the light, because I'm thinking of the full moon, the brightness of it all can shine so bright that light can be blinding. You may not be able to see. That's a very nebulous time. That's a very murky time. You're getting flashes and glimpses of things, and then you're being told and encouraged to trust the process and go through. We've been fighting so hard to get out of the dark that we never considered what that light was going to look like. It's blinding. Like, you be like, ah. It gives you a moment to just think. And then it depends on what it is you're thinking. Does your cynical side come through? Does your ego comes through? Does your petty side come through? Does your lower vibrations come through? 9 times out of 10 they do. Anytime they can get you to stop and not grow, they work so hard to be exactly where they were. They like it there just fine. Why would you want to do this? You don't even know what's on the other side. Your dumb ass gonna get on the other side and figure out that you should stay right where the fuck you were. I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to get you to stop from doing what you're trying to do right now. And you know that's a lie. You're in your knowing. Some people that are in your life, they tell you those things because they know they can't go. So they can't go. They want company. Take that to your altar. Ashe. Ashe. Things are going to balance out. I see an offering here. I see a feast. I do see ocean energy with the pumpkin. There are grapes here. So there is an energy of abundance. I see lemon. Some people are going to be sour. Oh, well. We're not allowing it. Oh, and look at the fool coming through, baby. We're not allowing them to stop us. You're definitely going on an adventure. You've already made the decision that you're going to go for it. Go on, honey. Take a chance. You've already made the decision. You're going to go for it. This is Uranus energy coming out. Aquarius energy. More butterflies. More red. More blues. Ashe. Ashe. Transformations and change. You're coming out on the other side. And it's going to be a good thing. Even if you can't tell just yet. You got to know it. Butterflies all over the place. Transformation and change. The Marasatwa energy is definitely out here. Yimiya Oya Oshun. Yimiya Oya Oshun. Ashe. Ashe. Gran Urzuli Frida Dahomi, and Urzuli Dawn Tour. Ayi Bobo. You got Medusa. You got Hecate. You got Persephone. Ashe. Ashe. Yes. Aphrodite. Come through. Yeah, we're leaving behind being so brokenhearted and feeling worthless and feeling in despair and feeling like we gotta wear our heart on our sleeve to get the love and the attention that we need. That's that dark, murky time that we have decided to come out of. We have decided to come out of. There may have been some words that you did not want to hear. Really hurt your feelings. It may have taken you aback by the person that actually said it, or the person that actually, carried out those actions. Maybe you double down and come to find out. But there's a whole lot of threes on this table. A lot of threes. Total alignment. Making the decision to mind, body, and spirit. That's it. You're letting all of that go. Look at this. I mean, no matter how you spin it, no matter how you splice it, no matter how you look at it, you've already gone through the worst for some, and for others, you're going through it now. And you're constantly having to make a decision. And it just feels like the load just gets heavier and heavier and heavier. And yet, look at you. You're not giving up. You may be calling yourself stupid and just let it go, take a breather, take a break. But you know, if you let that bag go, if you sit down, you're not getting back up, and you're not picking that bag back up, and you definitely want to get this in the house. You are tired of struggle. Your struggle season is over. You now understand that you may have overspent. You may have overpartied. You may have been too generous. Not keeping track, not being aware of where your money was going or how fast it was going, because $5 here and $5 there is nothing. But when you're doing five, and then you got to eat lunch, then you got to put gas in, then you need your extracurriculars, or you need, whatever it is that you need, baby, and it's going to cost you a coin, we're no longer really keeping track. Until it says there's a big hole, that's when we wake up. So now that we learned this lesson, we know that we have to do things in moderation. We know that we have to pick our battles. Maybe some people's load they didn't need to go for the ride. That's the lesson you learned. You're no longer carrying on other people's energies and emotions and feelings. You're not carrying that shit around with you no more. You're letting all that go. That ends. That stops today. You made that decision. And it feels, it's weird for me, because it always feels a little weird to choose yourself. It's like, it's some form of negative that comes along with this positive. And we don't even understand that. Look at it as the balance. It's not always all good, and it's not always all bad. You don't just wake up overnight and then you're healed. And then it's over. I think that's the setup. I think that's the trap. I think that's the illusion that a lot of us are leaving behind. We now see that this is a marathon, not a sprint. We now see that this is a forever thing. This is beyond a lifestyle. This is the true essence of us. This is what it's going to take for me to get to where I need to be. It would be loved if I could just follow somebody else's blueprint. but you're going to have to do your own research. You're going to have to figure out what resonates and what rocks for you. You're going to have to be a mad scientist. You're going to have to be an alchemist. You're going to have to be the magician. You're going to have to be willing to not get it right over and over and over again, because each time that you still try and apply, you're getting it right over and over and over again. It just depends on how you are looking at it. Some of us could be used to getting things our way easy, and this is a challenge, and the first thing we want to do is walk away. Well, it must not be for me, because if it was for me, it wouldn't be this hard. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. Ashe? Ashe. Let's go ahead and get some energies and vibrations out here. Please be safe with your sharing of energies, connections, bodies. Ayi Bobo. Have fun with it. Remember, you know, what it was like to be young and flirty. And they say, let that shit flow, baby. Me and my lighting, y'all. But y'all get it. It says, let that shit flow, baby. And this is a lot of hair. She is outside naked. Trust me. Look, trust me. She's out there communing with the moon and the stars. So this could be a good time to, in your rituals, spend time focusing on your hair, focusing on your thoughts, focusing on your thoughts and your feelings, focusing on your feelings, focusing on what it feels like to be in your skin. What does it feel like now? Taking a look at yourself. How have you changed? 7 is rocking. And because we're in a 7 year, and 7 is all about, they say that every 7 years, whether we know it or not, things on a cellular level change. Our taste buds, our sensory, things that we love to smell 7 years ago may smell different now, may react to our skin differently now, because the chemical in the makeup and the changes are taking place now every 7 years. So if you are a fan, I'm hearing like pink sugar perfume, and now you just don't. It's not just because you've aged, and that must have been for you when you was younger. Then why does, I heard Tribe, why does Tribe still rock for you? You know what I'm saying? So it's things like that. Be able to reciprocate all that you ask for. Be able to reciprocate. Like I said, this is a receiving and giving energy season. This is a giving and receiving season. And on a feminine energy, this is a receiving time. So be able to give what you ask for. And that goes heavily in relationships. And this is a married couple here. This goes heavily in relationships. Don't require and demand something of your mate, your spouse, that you yourself cannot give to yourself. You yourself cannot give to them. Don't demand something of your spiritual tribe that you cannot give to them. You want abundance and harvest, but you can't give them an offering. Don't do that. You want the big house, but you can't create a house for them. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is still all for you. This is you putting in the intention, the work, the build up. And these little moments show you that you're capable. To build a house for your ancestors, your Orishas and your Lawas, show you that you can build a house for you. You can manifest that house for you. As your altar expands, oh, let me take this in, I should. As your altar expand, and if your goal is a house, so will your house, because you can see some form of expansion. You created expansion for your altar, so create expansion for your altar. Give yourself that bigger house. What needs to be done? How did you get that done? Ashe? Ashe. Yes, let's end it with some angel numbers. We're not letting people reside in our head at all, rent-free or otherwise. Whether they said it in a nice way or ugly way, was it the truth? And if not, was it their truth? And then therefore, if it was, that has nothing to do with you. But if there is some meat on that bone that you can take away from that, take that. I am harmonious. Listen, 20 is coming out. Yes, you relate to others on an almost cosmic level. You are dedicated to building harmonious relationships of all kinds. You have the ability to persuade others to your point of view by using gentle means. I am harmonious. Like I said, you don't have to go through all of the rah-rah to get this done. Oshun comes through to remind us that there are so many other ways of getting it done. You got to use what you got to get what you want. Don't be so stuck in you gotta have it and it gotta look just like that. That's that Taurus energy, that earth energy being stubborn. Have a little bit of go with the flow. Let that shit flow, baby. She said, let that shit flow. That's what Venus said. Venus said, let that shit flow. Libra said, let that shit flow. The full moon in Libra said, let that shit flow. And that's going to be the card because I keep trying to show y'all and it's just like, nah. I boo boo. What's in the shadows? The Tower. Change. In the shadows. Yeah. It's not gonna be bad. This change may feel bad and it maybe you're blowing it out of proportion. Like I said, harmonious, abundance, family. This is bigger than you. This is for your tribe, your legacy. That's a big goal. So that's a big change. The bigger the goal, the bigger the challenges, the bigger the reward, baby. That's how it goes when we're expanding. 3 is all about expansion. As we expand, yeah, those challenges, they expand too. It's like, I just saw a Pac-Man, and when you get to each level, things change. They start moving faster. They get a little wiser to you. They get hip. They start working together. They start teaming up. They start boxing you in. Shit starts getting tight. You ain't got as many power pellets as you used to. What? Same thing with Galactica, baby. I used to play them games. Yes, and the more you level up, the faster things go. Let that fire energy come through. Let the spring and fire come through. The things are going to start picking up. They may be starting, you feel like you got to make fast decisions. Yes, this is why you need to make sure that your groundwork is good to go. Trusting yourself to navigate. Trusting your spirit. Trusting your tribe, baby. We ain't got time to be worrying about fake friends and fake relationships and people that broke our heart and hurt our feelings and cussed us out. We ain't got time for none of that shit. We are walking away from all of that. We're definitely walking away from all of that. We're tired of carrying this around. We're not doing this anymore. That is not harmonious. That is not on our spiritual journey. That is not sacred. Boo boo. We done had too much of that. It's time to balance that shit the fuck out. Death to all of that. That's that energy. We're saying goodbye to that. And hello. Hello. There are a lot of 10s out here. Just be patient. Have some patience. Let that shit flow. Let it flow. As above, so below, as within, so without, so will it be times 3. Ashe, ashe, aye, boo, boo. Ashe, yo. And if you're not having the day that you want to have, you want to change that shit. Remember, you are the alchemist. You are the magician. You are in control. And there is that daggone strength card. You are in control. You are powerful. Yes, things are changing, but it's changing for the better. Okay? Okay? You already made the decision. You going for it. And what this say, seek wonder. Yeah. Get curious. Be curious. Do your own research. Get curious. Start off with you. You can never go wrong with starting out with you, baby. And then therefore you're not following the masses because the masses don't know you. You know you. You getting to know you. Ashe. And don't forget, when the caterpillar changes into the butterfly, let all these butterflies come on through. When a caterpillar changes into the butterfly, baby, that caterpillar is still there. Ashe. When the dragonfly changes, that energy of that dragonfly, still there. When that metamorphosis takes place, the core energy, the core essence of you, still there. Ashe. Ashe. We're not going to play the fool. We're not going to be no fool. We're going to be curious and energetic and happy and protected, cautious, but still moving, going with the flow, not allowing people's negative bullshit that they really need to work out with themselves. We're no longer going to carry that. One more time. We're not going to carry that. We're not carrying that. That's not what we're going to do. Peace.